When firing the AR-15, quickly move your mouse left and right to increase your chance of hitting your shots and counter any strafing opponents. After firing a sniper shot, immediately swap to your AR to maximize damage. When approaching a door with an opponent on the other side, wait until the last possible moment to swap to your shotgun to surprise your opponent. You can also back off at the last second and get a cheap sniper shot off if they try to peek you. Predict an opponent opening a door and throw a grenade right at the opening. Rubber gun bounces at interesting angles off of doors. It will often, or about half the time, go shooting off, albeit more slowly, in the same direction the door is pointing. Use this to your advantage in buildings where the doors face each other to prevent people from escaping, or use it to effectively split a house in half as the rest of your squad fires in from the windows. Bounce grenades off the insides of windows to hit people from unexpected angles or force them into a tight spot. A variation on this is throwing the nade off of doors to hit people. Also, if you are in a house and someone is approaching the entrance, open the door, bounce a nade off the inside of the door frame, then close the door. This protects you and threatens your opponent and can cover a wide variety of angles. Another thing you can do if timed right is sort of catch the grenade if you shut the door as the nade is moving, and you can completely zone people away from the entrance because the nade is basically stuck to the front of the door. If you see someone approaching your house and you have nades, line up your cursor with the window and throw a nade at it. If done right, they won't be able to see it until they get close enough to see in the house and it will surprise them. This of course works better when opponents do not have vision inside. Additionally, an alternate way to do this trick is to flick the grenade so it bounces off of one edge of the window to the other back and forth. It is essentially the same trick, this is just more handy if you are tight on space and can't back up to throw without risking hitting yourself. The whole point of that is that the grenade never goes outside of the house, so as long as you do not have vision of inside the house, you will not be able to see the grenade. When using trident to pull in enemies, get right up against the wall so there is no delay between throwing the trident and pulling people in. In addition, assuming your backpack doesn't stick out too far, to avoid exposing yourself early with the trident poking out of the wall, face away from the wall, but as long as you are continuously backing into it, it will work the same anyway. You'll just have to turn around after to deal damage. This one comes from Fathom Interceptor in the ZRC server. I saw it and thought that it was pretty helpful. If it is a 1v1 situation and you are full health and shield with a hybrid or two, go into the storm and get hit for 1 tick of damage, then immediately chug the hybrid, and then charge into the fight. If done right, you'll end up regenerating 10 to 15 health after taking damage during the fight automatically, which can be game changing. Grenades and both types of impulses have an interesting mechanic. Will they detonate if they are completely still, not moving, or after a set period of time, whichever comes first. It is very tricky to master, but it can be abused to get quick detonating grenades. Here's a clip of me learning the hard way. Now this one is pretty obvious, but Trident can easily set up combos like Trident Snipe or Trident Pump. Speaking of Trident, when in a fight you can keep moving around and using other weapons, but be sure to weave in your Trident as often as you possibly can in between others to maximize damage and increase chances of catching somebody out. Contrary to popular belief, grenade and gift launchers actually do have a useful purpose. If you find one, pick it up for a small fortune and heavy ammo. These connected houses in Wild West are bugged. The center of the left and right walls behave like windows where you can fire weapons and throw things through them, and the bottom windows behave like walls. Abuse this to deal damage from the other side of both houses or throw nades into an adjacent house, or storm a house where someone is posted up inside. In addition, use the grenade trick for number 6 to catch people out. It's surprising enough to be taking damage through a wall, even more so when the nade comes at a completely unexpected angle. When going for a trident grenade combo, throw the grenade first before throwing the trident. This gives opponents no time to react once pulled in, and it reduces the chance of the person getting pulled in and bouncing the grenade back at you, since trident pull is stronger than a regular reverse. Trust me, it's happened. Equipping a throwable like a grenade or reverse has a unique sound different than equipping a weapon. Always be aware, and this tip can save you from being surprised. If you know your opponent or opponents don't have vision of what you have in hand, such as when they move away from a window and you are in the house, take the opportunity to swap to a reverse or nade. Blump especially is notorious for being skilled at this. This clip shows an example. Notice how he switches to and throws a nade in the short window that I can't see what he is holding. Use impulses to push people into unfavorable positions, or into portals if you are trying to escape, or even onto the lake to reduce their movement and make them easier to hit. When using an AK and an opponent is low on health and running around a corner, pre-fire while turning around the corner and following them. This will ensure that while one of your shots may go into the wall, the other ones will cut the corner as close as possible and waste no time in finishing them off. In addition, you can also use this when peeking a door where an opponent is waiting. It messes up their timing and can allow you to hit some small chip damage on your opponent. There's a bug where if you go in and out of the range that a window gives you sight very quickly, you can maintain vision of the house while further away. And that's it for now. Hopefully these tips help you improve mechanically in games and give you that little edge that's needed to win more fights. Leave a like if it was good, leave a comment if it sucked. See you later.